thinking about trading in that old car or truck? Or what are you going to do with the one you're driving now? You're going to sell it outright? You're going to trade it in? Well, one of these options has the potential to save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars, depending on where you live. Well, let's start with trade-ins. It's fast, it's convenient. You drive in your old car, you drive out in your new car. The dealership handles all the paperwork, they handle all the title work, the transfers, they handle everything. When you leave there, you're done. And in many states, you actually get a sales tax credit based on the value of your trade-in. But the downside is the dealer's only going to pay wholesale value. They're not going to pay retail or private party for your trade-in. So what that does, that essentially means less money for you, and plus you don't have the room to negotiate that you would on an outright sale. But here's where the tax credits come in. The great state of Texas has a tax credit for the full value of your trade-in. Okay? So in other words, if you're buying a $30,000 car and you have a $10,000 trade-in, you only get taxed on $20,000. So that means you're going to pay $625 less in sales tax, which in a sense means the trade value is jumped from $10,000 to $10,625, because you take the trade value plus the tax savings and that gets you your total trade value. But you got to be careful, because not every state is like the state of Texas. In fact, some states don't even have tax credits. So be sure to check the laws and regulations in the state in which you live in. Now, what about selling outright? There's a thought. Well, you're probably going to make more money selling it outright. And you're probably going to get cash in hand when you sell it outright. And you can spend it anywhere you want to. You don't have to spend it at the dealer. You can go to the mall, you can go to the casino, you can do whatever you want to do. And you control the pricing and the negotiation. But the downside is, it's going to take more time. You've got to advertise it. You've got to spend time on Marketplace. And as someone who does that, let me tell you, that's not for the weak of heart. You got to be on Marketplace. You got to meet buyers. You got to handle test drives. You got to do all the paperwork yourself. And unlike with trading it in, if you take that money and go apply it to the new vehicle, you don't get that tax credit. So in a sense, in the scenario I gave you earlier, you lose $625 worth of tax credit. So which is better? Well, if you want speed and convenience and your state offers good tax credits, then trading it in can be the smarter choice. But if you want to maximize every dollar and you don't mind putting in the effort, then selling it outright usually wins. What do you think? What would you do? Would you sell it outright for more money, or would you trade it in and save on taxes and for the convenience? Thank you so much for tuning in to the Bull Stops here. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video.